Hi y'all. It is, let's see, June 14th. I know I'm doing this earlier, but we had a windstorm last night and the gardens got beat up. I lost a couple branches on these tomatoes. The corn is going every which way but loose. But as you can see, this outside zucchini plant got blown away, really separated. The cucumbers, they did okay, but we're really concerned about the corn. We're having to go get some more sticks to get them straightened up. As you can see from the wind damage, I've got like 30 that are bending over like that all through. But my sweet peas have started coming up right there, in there. So, oh, and there's another bunch. So I got to get these guys all straightened up. That one got bent pretty bad too. So these sweet peas can grow up. But yeah, this windstorm, I thought it was going to thunderstorm, but it just was wind. And everybody took a beating because stuff was flying everywhere. Pumpkins, they seem happy. They're getting eaten. I think what a lot of that is the leaf cutter bees that are coming through and eating those. But yeah, it's the only thing that really damaged out here, the outside, was the corn. We had a couple completely snap off. We had gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So yeah. But those pepperoncinis kind of got whacked too. But yeah, it's just showing how everything is going after a windstorm. Now the small outside did okay. I mean, they're pretty close to the ground. We have the tomatoes really good bounded next to the fence. That really saved them. So, but the sunflowers are coming up pretty good. I'm waiting for, a lot of them have got their flowers, their buds. So, and then my canary melon is starting to flower out. So, yeah. And so that's how this one's going. Oh, I made another space. I planted my Indian corn there, my colorful corn I use for just Halloween decorations and fall decorations. But the inside of the buckets got whacked. The tomatoes took a beating. We were trying to straighten them up a bit, but we noticed they were bent really bad, so we're just leaving them be. And so you can tell how they just got blown. The russets got pretty whacked too. Let's go over there real quick. Got to go through the maze of peppers. But they got bent really bad. So we had them stringed and everything, but that wind, it's just the way the gusts were coming straight line. It were just horrible. We had to put a couple stakes also. But the zucchinis they're so tall, they were getting blown. And so I was out here hopefully not try to get hit by anything falling. I had a few small branches come off the trees, but as outside, everything else going, it survived for the most part. So even my sunflowers from the birds. Oh, I've got 2 new bird feeders too. The squirrels can't get into them. But yeah, I watched the squirrels try to get into them last night and they couldn't. But it makes it easier for me to hang the suit up there because when the starlings start going crazy on it, it slams into the bird feeder and it scares them. So the smaller birds like it. But, that sunflower is tilting too. So everything that's tall got really knocked up by the wind. So, but just how everything's come along. I've picked a total of, I think, 13 zucchinis so far. So, and I've got just a few left on the plants that are going. Let's see, there's a Ford hook down there, and I got a white around there somewhere. So, but this potato did okay. It's just its brother got knocked around. And then the tomatoes, we got lucky. And here I had the last few days, we were going through and tightening them up and securing them better as they get tall. So you can see a lot of them now, the Amish are taller than the 6-foot poles. So then we got lots of tomatoes are going. Let's see, oh, they didn't see. And a happy bee just going to town. There's 2 of them there. Earlier there was 5 or 6. They love those Arizonas. It's a blanket flower, but it's called Arizona Sun. But the cucumbers, we've got lots of cucumbers. We've only picked 3 so far, which Mark has been eating on his lunches every day. The whites have finally got flowers and little cucumbers. So Mark, a few weeks, will have his favorite. But these guys did really well with the windstorm, which was good. They climbed on really well. I mean, this one here, he's hooked onto the bee balm. And yes, the lilies, most of the lilies have opened. I've got my tigers, and then the reds. And my blacks are behind me, and yellows are out front. But I wanted to show you all the how big the tomatoes are getting. They're getting gigantic. I got to get down in there. These ones are really going good. So, but yeah, that's how everything's come along. Like I said, we only lost a few branches of tomatoes from the outside, because what I came through is we did string on these upper ones like this as they grew taller, and kind of grouped them to ground their pole. But that one slipped out. So, but that's how that is. Let's see, herbs. Herbs survived the windstorm. Well, the mint got shook around. So, but I wanted to show one of my viewers in Arizona asked what dirt we use. Excuse my messy backyard. For our buckets, what we use is New Plant Life topsoil. We use 2 bags to 1 of the compost manure, and then we mix it with peat moss, and then we also add compost to it. And we just go by feeling it to see how loose we want it or how heavy we want it. It all depends for what we're planting. So that's what we use for our gardening. Now this herb, it got it got whacked bad. It got bent pretty bad from the wind. I'm going to put some sticks in it, but the bees are still going all over it. But I just wanted to show you all what happens with the garden buckets when we get windstorms. We get knocked around just as bad if it's just in ground. So, but that's how everything is. And then the dragon tails, we just harvested a bunch. We're going to let everything on there go to seed because they're staying greener instead of purple. So which means it's at its end of its cycle and they're getting more stunted. And you see how they're bulging? That's saying it's ready to seed. So we're just going to let these guys go for another week, and then we will whack all this off, cut them down, and then we'll put all the pods in a bucket and just let them stay in the greenhouse and dry out. And then in a few weeks, we'll just pop all the seeds out and then save them, and then we'll start another bucket of those. So, but yep, I'm really happy how everything's going. We had to cage some of the peppers over here. Thank goodness we did it before the wind storm. But they have all got going on. Let's see, what do we have? We have our collar hollas. We've got a couple of those going. Ajies, I've got some tiny ones on. And then, we had Trinidad Scorpion is starting to get little pods down here. And then I noticed on the Reaper, it's starting to get the little blooms and pods down there. So, and Ghost does too. So all the extreme hot peppers, the top 3 hottest peppers, I've got their pods. But everything's just really nasty day to day because it's 44% chance of thunderstorms. Ugh. Oh, and the peach is full. Look at all those. Now these will have to go probably another 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, you can eat them right now, but to get the real, it has, what was it, a sweeter flavor is when they get darker, like a peach color. So, but that one's full. And say hi to Mark. Hello. But that's how everything is after the stupid windstorm. Oh, there's my black lily. It's not really black, but they call it black. It's more of a maroon. So, oh, yeah, a lot of the bee balm honey we need to straighten that up. I didn't see it down there from the wind. So, as you can probably hear, the wind's blowing already. So, we don't know what's coming. But everything else survived. And I did harvest basils. So, that's why they look all chopped up. So, those got harvested. And I got a new thing growing in here from the birds. We don't know what. It almost looks like a zucchini. I mean, cucumber. The way it's delicate and stuff. It's just got male flowers right now, but it showed up in the sweet marigum, so we're letting it go. Every time the birds drop something, we let it go. But I hope you all enjoy this video. If you have any questions, just let us know. Like I said, we just do this for fun. Well, we do it because Mark doesn't like a taste of store-bought cucumbers or tomatoes. And we got lots of flowers and tomatoes. But it's fun. Then you can hear the wind. So that's what we worry about when we get high winds. You get this gigantic water maple. And then we have that one. And then we have two and others that are just surrounded the house. So we always worried about when the wind starts up. So, hello, Mr. Bee. Yes, all the zinnias have opened up, and the bees are very, very happy. They've been busy going between the tomatoes and the cucumbers and the flowers. Alrighty, I will see you guys in a week or so. If you have any questions, just ask. Talk to you later. Bye.